What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from the Quartering, and I hope you're having a wonderful day, unless, of course, you are a white man, and then you owe me an apology. And if you would like to pay your penance, I ask only that you leave a like, a comment, and it appears that YouTube is purging subscribers. So if you haven't yet, please do consider subscribing today. There's a little red button right below the video. And also check to see if you've been unsubscribed. There's something weird going on with my channel. I can't quite describe it. I think I'm on to what YouTube's doing, but you'll have to stay tuned for that. Now, Emily Ratajkowski, well-known, pretty person, has now come out to say that her child will choose their gender at 18 and claims she's been traumatized by white men. Now, if you're not familiar who Emily Ratajkowski is, you're like most people. She's just a random D-list actress who won the genetics lottery. Very good-looking, traditionally good-looking woman who used those looks to achieve mild levels of success in her life, only to then turn her back on the very system that made her popular in the first place. This goes back all the way to April of 2016. We can see this article. Kim Kardashian and Emily Ratajkowski are no feminists. She paints herself as a feminist icon, but her career highlight endorsed forms of art and culture that demean and dehumanize women. The world's gone mad. At least that's the only conclusion I could come after I saw yesterday's internet photo of the day and the bizarre responses that followed. On Twitter, a selfie of Emily and Kim had gone viral. In it, they stand in a bathroom with their tops off, holding their middle fingers up to the camera. It is clearly a picture of two women who enjoy and make money from their spiciness. And perhaps they should have left it at that. Instead, Kardashian has for the most part. But one of its subjects has long harbored ambitions to become a feminist icon. There will be no more feminist icons. There were feminist icons, perhaps like Ruth Bader Ginsburg and many that fought for women's suffrage. But sorry, the war is over, okay? You have no rights withheld from you. In fact, you lead men in college graduation and professional fields, and your gender is thriving, yet you continue to paint yourself as victims because it's profitable. Anyway, I digress. So since her photo has gone up, she's bombarded her Twitter with pseudo-intellectual statements explaining its purpose, capturing the image. However spicy our bodies may be, we need to have the freedom as women to choose when and how we express ourselves. It's not the first time Ratajkowski's tried to play the feminist. In February, she penned a rambling, extremely dull essay for the Lenny entitled Baby Woman about all of her struggles trying to be beautiful on her own terms. Pass the violin. It was lauded across the Twitter sphere, just like this photograph has been, where people appear convinced it's some sort of feminist statement. Those who have criticized it, such as journalist Piers Morgan, have been hounded for not understanding the cause. If there's anyone here who doesn't understand the cause, it's Ratajkowski. She seems to be suffering somewhat of an identity crisis. On one hand, she wants to fight against objectification and oppression of women's bodies, yet she happily profits from hers to excite men. This is a woman who appeared in one of the most spicy videos of all time, Blurred Lines, in which she pranced around completely unclothed to appease the likes of Robin Thicke. The career highlight did nothing to advance women's rights. It merely endorsed the art that demeans and dehumanizes femkind. Okay, I don't know. I'm assuming this is written by a woman. Yes, Charlotte Gill. All right. So for years, this says, hey, look, I'm not saying don't whip them out. Heck, if I look like a Kardashian or Ratajkowski, I likely do the same. I would not, however, kid myself that I was doing what I was doing had some sort of deeper meaning to it, or was in any way helping others. This is a pretty based article. Pretty based, Charlotte Gill. Appreciate that. Now I know nothing about you, but pretty based. But then yesterday, it was put out that Emily says her child will choose her gender at 18, claims she's been traumatized by white men. First of all, I don't really understand why 18. I don't think gender is something that people choose. I feel like that's something that's like saying being gay is a choice, isn't it? It's like one step away from that. Gone Girl actress Emily Ratajkowski recently claimed that she will allow her child to choose their gender at 18. Not that you'd have any choice by then anyway. But not only did she discuss that her child will choose her own gender, she also claimed that she's been traumatized by white men. Ratajkowski comments were made public when she penned an article for Vogue discussing her pregnancy. She wrote, "When my husband and I tell friends I'm pregnant, the first question after is congratulations is almost always, do you know what you want? We like to respond that we won't know the gender until our child is 18. Yeah, normal people are maybe just asking about your baby's gender for the type of gifts to give you. I mean, imagine being friends with somebody like this that uses an unborn fetus to virtue signal. The actress continued, the truth is our line, though, one that hints at possibilities that there's much more complex. Yes, of course. Deep thinker Ratajkowski that is only famous because she won the genetic lottery, period. All right, let's be honest. I'm not saying she's not a good-looking woman, but I don't think I could have a 5-minute conversation with her because I feel like my brain would melt. Interestingly enough, she would go on to claim that she's actually imagined herself having a girl. What? She explains, it occurs to me that as a younger person, I'd almost automatically imagine myself having a daughter. She goes on to describe she imagined her own daughter playing with an American Girl doll. Oh, the horror. I mean, a daughter playing with a doll in 2020? She even discussed what she has with her husband. To be perfectly honest, I tell my husband over dinner, I'm not sure what I even know that I want a girl. I guess I just never really thought about having a boy before. Disgusting. My husband likes to say that we're pregnant. I tell him that while the sentiment is sweet, it's not entirely true. Oh my God. Imagine being... This dude has got to be the most patient man on the planet. She continues, it seems unfair, I say, and we both laugh. It's kind of a joke, but it's just like that, the remark about our child's gender. There's truth behind it. Yeah, I can see she's very truthful here. She wrote, everyone has opinions on what to expect from a boy or a girl. Boys develop slower. They're more work than girls as toddler, but they also loves their mom so much. According to friends, blah, blah, blah. I don't necessarily fault anyone. Of course, she is a big, deep, voluptuous brain. I mean, I don't understand. You know, I don't know why more people aren't lining up to listen to the words she has to say. Back in 2019, the actress posed in the Buff and took issue with 25-year-old white men who voted in Alabama, even in cases of, yeah, she used that to, okay, whatever. She wrote an Instagram post, these men in power are imposing their wills onto the bodies of women in order to uphold the patriarchy and perpetuate the industrial prison complex by preventing women of low economic opportunity the right to choose and not reproduce. If the patriarchy was real, Emily, you would be penniless. Your husband would have all your money. Nobody would even know your name. I mean, I don't understand. And in order to use this post, she posts in the Buff. I don't understand. Where's the quote, actually? Where's the actual quote? Oh, yeah. She explains, I've known far too many white men who move through the world unaware of their privilege, says the 10 out of 10 genetic lottery winning model actress who has no real talent other than what she was born with. I'm sorry if I'm not going to hold you up next to Ruth Bader Ginsburg, Emily Ratajkowski. Hope you enjoyed this video. We'll talk to you again real soon.